Ladies and gentlemen, they got us working on a Saturday. AG is coming in from work. It's lit. Like I love the atmosphere. I got to tell you, this is great for the show. I really appreciate you being able to get it done there with the crew. I know they're usually in the chat, like
Yeah,
chiming
yeah,
in and
definitely.
everything.
Yep.
Now they get to now they get
They
to,
get to
now
see
they
it
get to
live
talk.
now.
Yeah, that right. Now
Yep.
they get to talk shit right in your ear. Um, but we got
They're
an
gonna be writing
interesting.
shit on. They're gonna be writing shit on notepads and flashing it up to me.
Right, right. So we got the NFL did us a favor. They did us a solid and gave us 4 primetime games this week. We already had the Thursday night game. Now we get a game tonight. But before that, we got a couple of games in the afternoon. One at 1 o'clock and one at 4 o'clock Eastern time. And then we got the game tonight. Let's get into it. We got a rare Saturday. The NFL starts doing this late in the season, and now it is time to get into damn near all week football. Right? So let's get into it, AG. I know you killed it the other night. We had a huge night units wise. You and Big Mike Raider called a bunch of just killer stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to Big Mike Raider. I definitely stole his first touchdown bet 100%. I said, listen, I didn't even look at the odds because I knew I was having Big Mike Raider on.
Right.
I said, give me the first touchdown bet, and I'm gonna back it with the show personally with our units, right? And that shit cashed. George Kittle, 12 units in the pocket if you spent only 1 unit on it, and it was risk free. So we don't have that free $25 bet from BetMGM, but we got an extra $300. So you know what I mean? Give and take.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can spend that 25 if we want.
I don't want the free bet, bro.
Oh, yeah, I
want that first touchdown to hit, man.
Oh yeah. And especially for those odds, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a Christian McCaffrey first touchdown where it was plus 450 and we made a couple bucks. It was, that was a big one, 12 unit hitter right there. And then we hit a couple other bets along the way, lost a couple. So we ended up 16 units up for the day on Thursday. So we're starting week 15 weekend up 16 units already. We're up 60 units since week 7. So it's a good time to be rocking with Men of Order Sports, if you ask me.
That's right. So if anybody looked at our thumbnail, they saw we gave you a little bit of a preview of what we got coming at you. We got Nick Chubb and Justin Jefferson in the thumbnail there. So AG, you put this one together. I'm going to pull it up here so we can just kind of show the folks what we got going here. So, provided that my screen will load in time, we were having a little bit of issues earlier. I don't know what it is with this computer, but so we have this Justin Jefferson. It was a touchdown, and what do we have? 70 yards receiving, right?
Yeah, 70 each, I think, for them, and then 70 for Chubb too. When
Chubb too. Yeah, I'm going to get there. So we're already at plus 124 with just Justin Jefferson, 70 and a touch, and that's like damn near a lock most weeks. So that's not bad at all to get plus odds on that.
Yeah. So what I'm doing here is with that play right there, we're gonna run. Let me double check. That's at plus 552 or around there.
The total, yeah, with both players, yes.
Yes, it's still plus 552.
I'm pulling it up right now. We are at plus 564 actually.
Okay, so it went up a little bit. Yeah, so we're gonna do what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 3/4 of a unit on that play, but then we're also gonna up the ante a little bit just in case these guys have some amazing games right here, which there's definitely potential for. Nick Chubb is a little bit overdue. I know it's a really good run defense in the Ravens, and they've been playing very well. But the way Deshaun Watson has looked, I just think that and the way the Ravens are gonna play, the clock's gonna be running in this game. Both teams are going to be trying to run. I think it would be smart for the Browns to just try to punch it through with Nick Chubb. And, he could always break one for like 70. Even though the Ravens are a really good every down defense, he can break a 50-yarder and only need 50 for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? So we can hit this 100 too. I mean, we got the 70. I think that can hit for sure. But we're going to take a chance on this 100 for each of them. As Chad's building it right there, we'll get our updated odds for that too. But we're going to throw the other quarter unit on that. So it's going to be a total 1 unit play on these two guys here, but the other quarter unit on that with much more juicer odds there.
Right. And I messed up and cleared them all, so I got rid of the touchdown, so I got to go back and build the whole damn thing. But it's all right. We
had plus 1485 odds last night, so we'll see what it is now.
We're at plus 1550 now, so we're up even higher now. So
So yeah, quarter unit on that as well. So
3/4 of a unit on 70 yards and a touch for Nick Chubb and Justin Jefferson gives you plus 564, and then we're at plus 1550 for 100 yards and a touch for each, and we're putting a quarter unit on that, so one full unit total between these two plays.
Yeah,
and looking at getting close to 20 units in return if both of these hit.
Oh yeah, that would be lovely. And everybody in the chat, man, jump in the chat, and everybody watching, jump in the chat, man. Give us your thoughts. Tell us what you're thinking for these games. You want to talk about this game a little bit before we get into some more plays? We gave them one of our plays here, but we got the Colts plus 3.5 at the Vikings, over under 47.5 here.
Yep. You brought up an interesting point that I had not even considered, but we got a coach who just joined the NFL coaching ranks a couple of weeks ago, Jeff Saturday, coaching on a Saturday in the NFL. Ant was in our group chat talking this morning about he feels like this Vikings game is a trap. We know what we were dealing with Kirk Cousins, and it may not be a primetime game, but it is the only game in town. Now, the only thing is he can hide a little bit from some of these bowl games. He can hide behind them a little bit, but I don't know how much people are going to be paying attention to Louisville, Cincinnati, although that one in Fenway is kind of cool. That's
an interesting one. Yeah.
It's a neat one. Yeah.
People might tune in just to see what that looks like with both teams on the same sideline and everything like that.
Right. Oregon State and Florida, with half of Florida's roster not playing and some other weird stuff going on with them. Then you got like Fresno State, Southern Miss, some other games that are not that high profile. So from the NFL perspective, and really from like a high profile game perspective, this is it. So Kirk Cousins is in prime position to choke like he always does when he's the only game on TV. So
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I still feel like he's going to put up the numbers with Justin Jefferson. I think I still feel good about that. We saw Terry McLaurin and some of the other guys put up big numbers against the Colts in games past. I just see Cousins actually like somehow throwing this game away. So I think it could be a lot closer. I like the Colts covering the 3.5 or 4, depending on what line you get. I do kind of like this over, though, honestly. Like I know these are two defenses that play pretty well, and they play well against each other's strengths. But I actually like these offenses to get things going and to kind of keep things keep ratcheting up against each other. What do you think about it?
I see the Vikings pulling it out. I mean, I do agree that it could be close. The thing is, the Vikings defense, they suck. Matt Ryan's problem all season, we've been talking about it all season, that he's a statue back there. You get some pressure on him, he's not gonna be able to do anything. He's kind of got a weaker arm than he had years prior, obviously. So if he can't step into those throws, he's not going to make them. A lot of them are resulting in interceptions. We've often made the joke about that being an anytime, no brain bet, where you just throw down on Matt Ryan interception no matter what it's at, and you're probably profitable by the end of the season. We make that joke all the time, but the thing is, the Vikings, they get no pass rush. The Colts are actually improving just a little bit offensively on the line, at least. So I think Matt Ryan will have a chance to throw and nickel and dime this defense a little bit. Maybe Michael Pittman for a big game, Paris Campbell, guys like that. I do think Jonathan Taylor will be able to torch them on the run as well. So I think they'll have a pretty balanced offense. They have the ability to against this defense, and they have the ability to shut down what the Vikings love to do best, which is throw the rock. Now, is anybody going to be able to lock up Justin Jefferson? Is Stephon Gilmore locking up Justin Jefferson? No, I don't think that. But they're going to be competitive. They are the number 3 pass defense in the league for a reason. Justin Jefferson is just an anomaly in that sense, where it doesn't matter who he's going up against. We expect a big game from him at this point. He's in that category now. You know what I mean? He's in that Nick Chubb type of category, Derrick Henry type, where it's like, I don't care who they're playing. I trust him to get open or make plays when he's not open. So. Yeah. I see the Vikings being able to pull it out. They've proved a lot to me over the past couple of weeks. I am in on this offense here.
Yeah. So
we have a couple more plays that involve this, but we'll go through the games a little first, and then we'll start giving out some more.
We went through that parlay that we have with Chubb and Jefferson, but I did want to bring this up. I think it's funny. So the Vikings defense and the Indianapolis defense to score a touchdown are at plus 550 and plus 750 each. That's not very high odds when you think of like a defensive touchdown. They're damn near telling you like, hey, you can expect one of these of these two defenses to house it. Now, if they both score a touchdown, that's plus 57.90. I'm not recommending that you put any money on that, but I'm just but it is. I thought it was funny. I just went and looked. I was like, okay, let me see what Matt Ryan getting a pick 6 what that'll give me, and it's plus 550 odds. Not great odds. I'm going to stay
Yeah,
away from that.
not worth it.
I'm more apt to go after the Matt Ryan anytime interception than I am for that. So, all right, well, let's you want to move on to the next game? Let's get to
we
that
can throw
one,
the
and then
next
we can
game up and
get into our other
keep
stuff.
keep going through, and we'll give a couple plays out along with that one. The next game we got the Ravens plus
Ravens.
2.5 at the Browns over under 38.5. As a Ravens fan, I'm coming to you as a Ravens fan here. I think I like the Browns in this one. It just seems like a good spot for the Browns to finally get it together and get back in the win column. And obviously they beat the Texans, but it was ugly. And so I don't really count that one as like a real solid win. This would be a real solid win with how good the Ravens defense is playing, how bad Deshaun Watson has looked. I mean, but I got to ask you. So you have way more experience than me, obviously, watching football, watching the NFL, things like that, watching quarterbacks in general, to be specific. Have you ever seen a quarterback that's been out for 700 days, not injured, but just not able to play? Is that something that off the top of your head you've experienced? Because I'm wondering how long does it take for him to get back in rhythm? Because I don't think it's going to be anytime soon where he just looks like a Pro Bowler again.
Yeah, well, and the other thing is too, like so much of his game is predicated on stuff that is like somewhat atypical, right? Like he's that that prototypical dual threat quarterback who a lot of his plays are off platform. When the play breaks down, that's where he's making some of his biggest plays, and some of that stuff you can kind of wing it and get by with it. But then there's other parts of that where you'll see some of these throws in the dirt, throws over people's heads, and building that chemistry. That's one thing that I'll say. I understand they invested a lot in him, but I really think like they were actually doing okay with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. And he had some chemistry with Amari Cooper, had some chemistry with David Njoku. Now, that's one guy who I do like is Njoku, who has actually like performed well with Watson, because that's an easy safety valve to go to.
Yeah.
For Watson.
And against this Ravens defense, it's a great spot. I will say the Ravens, they allow a lot of touchdowns to tight ends. They allow a lot of yards to tight ends. I mean, there's even guys like Dawson Knox has been dormant all season. He had like 7 catches for 70 yards. He didn't score, but he was getting up and down the field. They were nickel and diming with the tight ends, and every tight end all season has been doing it. If you go through the list, I don't have it all written down. I mean, it's a Saturday. I had shit to do last night, guys. I'm sorry, but I don't have it all written down, but I know for a fact off the top of my head. I double checked it last night. No doubt in my mind. The Ravens suck against the tight ends. And
I was going to say, he may not have it written down, but he's got a steel trap memory when it comes to his favorite team sucking against tight ends.
Oh
God! Whoa!
That's what happens.
It's a family show on Saturday mornings.
That's what I'm seeing on TV, man. Wow. So here, look, that's a good spot. We'll talk about Njoku here because I do have a play with just Njoku here. Okay. I got him for 60 yards and a touchdown in this game.
All right,
with a half unit.
Let's make it happen.
It was plus 623 last night. We'll see what it is right now.
You said 60 yards?
Yeah, 60 yards and a touch.
All right. Let's see. We're at plus 643 on that one.
Okay, so we went up a little bit there, plus 643. Yep. So, yeah, I have a half unit on that. I think he has a big game. I think if, it's either going to be Cooper, Njoku, or Chubb 3 times for the touchdowns in this game for the Browns. That's just what I'm seeing.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying.
You think you're going to see 3 touchdowns out of somebody?
No. I'm saying if it's not going to be Njoku or Cooper, then Nick Chubb's getting 3 touchdowns if they score 3.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like it's,
yeah.
I think it's one of them. Right. Njoku, like you said, he's the easy, soft blanket target. And when they get down to the red zone, I mean, teams know this is how you beat the Ravens. You torch them with the tight ends if you can. And they have a dominant big tight end. You know what I mean? So it's a lot different than if they're playing a team that doesn't really have that dominant tight end anyway. But Njoku is definitely that. Deshaun Watson, safety blanket. He's still rusty. Yep. He'll be going to that, I think. So 60 yards and a touchdown. We're not asking for a whole lot. We're getting great odds there. I'm taking that.
Yeah, what's crazy about that is I feel like Tyler Huntley has a greater chemistry with the Ravens offense than Deshaun Watson does with Cleveland.
Yeah. That's very true. Yeah.
And they haven't, it had been a while since Huntley had gotten any like real game reps too. So he's getting it done. Now, do you see anything on the Ravens side in this game? Or you
Yeah, I think I'm gonna fade J.K. Dobbins a little bit, but not by taking it under because he got a bulk of the carries last week and he was successful doing it, but it didn't look great. And something just worries me where I don't want to take him, even though this Browns defense is terrible against the run. I think I'm going to go Gus Edwards instead. That's a big power back who I'm not as worried about, even though the injury bug has been getting both of them. So I'm fully aware of that. But I do have him involved in one of the parlays here at his regular line. So we can get into that play while we're at it, since you asked me specifically about or about the Ravens side here. Let's see, where is that? All right, so this is an interesting one. This is a pretty fun one here. This is actually a huge one. I didn't even realize that this is actually the.
Right.
I think this is the big make some money parlay if this hits.
Okay.
But go to the Vikings game because we're going to start there on this.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We're mixing.
This is all three in this one. Yeah, but Gus is involved.
Okay. All right. So Vikings to start. What we got?
Yeah, we got Vikings money line. So I'm going to take them to win outright, straight up.
Oof. All right.
Osborne for a touchdown. KJ Osborne.
All right.
Sleeper pick there. Like I said, this is the one we're going for odds. We're only throwing a quarter unit on this guy, so don't get I know we're taking a risk here with Osborne touchdown. There's going to be some more risks that you're going to see in a sec here.
Am I missing?
KJ Osborne, left side.
Oh, there. My bad. Yeah, I was just completely blanking on it. My bad.
And then Vikings over 25.5 total points. So if you scroll down, you'll find that too.
Oh, all right. So team total. Okay.
Yeah, just 26. We're not asking for a whole lot there from this Vikings offense. I do expect them to be in control of this game, even though I think the Colts will be able to put up a fight. So
Vikings total points. All right. What did you say? How many? 25?
25.5 it was.
Okay.
We still at that?
Yep.
Sounds good. Yeah, hit the over there. And then we got
60 so far.
Gus Edwards for a touchdown.
Okay.
I'll get back to that Ravens game.
We get to the Ravens game. Yeah.
So this is what also kind of juiced the odds up here is that in this parlay, we're going to go with Gus Edwards for a touchdown, but we're going to go Browns money line also. And that made the book go, oh, so you're picking the Ravens to score, but the Browns to win. That gives you, it juices it up just a tiny bit. So I thought it worked out a little bit. But so we're going Gus Edwards touchdown, Browns money line, and then we're going to get in the Bills game too. We're going to ask the Bills to get us 25.5 points also over.
Okay.
Which I also think is very doable, no matter if the weather's bad or not. I don't care. I think that
it's supposed to be nasty, but that's Bills. That's the Bills.
They're used to that, man. That's what they do. Yeah, exactly.
Bread and butter. Yeah.
So we're gonna go for Bills over 25.5 as well. We're gonna go for Josh Allen to run one in also, and that'll be it.
All right.
Where we at now?
We are at plus 23,406.
Damn, it was like 25 something last night, but that's all good. We'll take that. So, like I said, we're throwing a quarter unit on that. We're not going too crazy or anything. Yeah. We're gonna throw a quarter unit there. But yeah, I think, dude, that can hit. If we get the Vikings to win and those points from both of those teams and the right touchdowns, I mean, yeah, we're asking for a lot, but like that can hit. It's not too crazy. I think we've definitely played some more outlandish plays this season.
Right.
So,
yeah, for sure.
I'll take that with the quarter unit any day. And then I think I had Gus in another one, but let me dig for it real quick. Oh yeah, I did. Okay.
So real quick, I'm going to run through this one more time so everybody can see it on screen.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
We got Browns money line and Gus Edwards. Then we got Vikings money line, KJ Osborne anytime touchdown, and the Vikings over 25.5 total points. Then we have the Bills over 25.5 total points and Josh Allen anytime touchdown for a total of 23,406. So obviously, a buck will win you $234. So there you go.
Quarter unit, man. I mean, and you could go lower if you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to just take a risk there, go a little lower. If you want, do a tenth of a unit. Up to you. I'm risking a quarter unit. Like I said, we're up 16 units already in week 15 from Thursday night alone. So I'm going to risk. Look, we're all the plays I'm going to give out so far. We're going to risk a total of 6 units. Absolute worst case scenario. None of this hits today. We're up 10 units going into NFL Sunday on this week alone. 60 units in the entire season. Well, at that point, if all else fails today, we'll be at 55 units going into Sunday. Whatever. I'll take that since week 7. So
right.
That's what I'm looking at this. Oh, NFL Saturday. Let's fucking have some fun. I mean, me personally, I'm at work all day anyway. I'm going to be here till 9 o'clock. I'm going to make bank anyway. So if we lose all these bets, all good. reload for Sunday, but we're already pretty much reloaded from Thursday night.
Right.
So we have deserved the luxury of just tossing some bets out today, having some fun, rooting for some things, and it can definitely go our way. I think we're in some good spots here anyway.
Yeah, we can play around with a little bit of house money to go for some swinging deep for some for the fences, on a couple of these. I don't mind it at all. So
Yeah.
all right, so what else we got? Because I've got the full slate here pulled up.
Yeah, I do have another Gus Edwards play where I'm taking his yards also. Like I said, about the Ravens' offensive side of the ball. Look, I don't think they're going to be passing too much. I think they're going to try to run the ball. I think the under here isn't a bad play at 38.5. Maybe even smarter in like a teaser if you want to go that route and just play it up a little bit and play the under just in case to be safe. But I think this is an underplay because I think both teams are going to be running the ball today. I just think both teams don't really want to put the game in the hands of their quarterbacks. So that'll run clock a lot, especially when it's both teams doing it. But we have I'm taking Gus Edwards over J.K. Dobbins. I think just the fact that he'll be able to just switch the pace when he comes in, which is what he's good for. Which is why when both of them are healthy, it works so well. Like J.K. Dobbins had a day last week, and so did Gus Edwards. So I'm expecting the same thing against this Browns defense, but I am going to go with Gus Edwards over J.K. Dobbins. I don't know, something about his stride and everything is scaring me right now, and I'm a huge J.K. Dobbins fan. I love that my Ravens went and got him in the draft. I loved it, but I need him to get healthy before I can start backing him. Gus Edwards has had the same issues, but just being the bigger power back, I think he's, more trustworthy in this spot. So I'm going to take him at his regular over number, which is over 37.5. It was last night, at least. If it went up or down a little bit, I still like it at the over. I think he's going to have like at least 50 in this game. All right, Browns run defense is bad, man. They're like 30th in DVOA running. They're like 29th in tackling, according to like PFF or whatever. They're just so bad. They're ranked to the bottom in every metric. So we're going to go Gus at over 37.5. Is that still where it's at?
Yep.
And
minus
then,
110.
That's the no. And then Amari Cooper for 40 also. That's the other play in this game. Amari Cooper 40 receiving. So we're gonna play those, and then we're gonna go to the other two games as well. For the Vikings Colts, we're gonna do
same parlay.
Yeah, same one.
Okay.
Yep. Michael Pittman for 40 yards. Like I mentioned, I think that they're gonna be able to have success. Matt Ryan's finally gonna have a pocket to throw out of, which is what he needs at his old age right now. He's just not mobile. He's a statue back there, and he can't step into throws. But in this game, he'll be able to, and I think it'll look a lot better. I'm looking for Michael Pittman to get back on his thing, and we're only asking for 40. It's not even a whole lot. I could juice it up for like 70 or something, but I'm going to play it safe, even though we're taking chances today. So I got him for 40, and then we're going to go Dalvin Cook for 50 rushing as well.
All right.
And this is kind of a play of like, in case Kirk Cousins can't really figure out the passing game, they might have to rely on the rushing game there for Dalvin Cook. I think he can get 50 against this Colts defense. Their strong suit is the pass defense. So if they're locking up in that situation and the Vikings have to go to Dalvin Cook, they can run on this team, I think. They're getting a couple of linemen back this week as well, so that'll help out with that, hopefully. And then we're going to go to the last game as well, the Dolphins Bills. We got a lot of mixed match things here. Like I said, we're going to have fun on this NFL Saturday here, and we're going to win some money doing it. And we're going to have fun all day as long as the first two bets hit. You know what I mean? There's nothing better than as long as the first two games, everything goes through, and then we're just banking on the last game, and we get to, you get a full – you spend like $100 today, and you get a full day of fun. I mean, where else can you do that?
Right.
Besides the Meta Voter Sports Channel. But, yeah, so we're going to go for Stephon Diggs for 50 yards and Tyreek Hill for 50 yards receiving each in this game. Obviously, you would think going higher, but the weather conditions scared me off a little bit, so I went down at 50. I would have done 40 or something, but those are super juice, so we're going 50 for both.
Yeah.
And that should bring us around 584.
6 legs. Well, it's down to 535 now.
535,
so some of this stuff is tamped down a little bit, but it's still good odds,
535. I'm going to throw one unit on that one.
All right.
And, like I said, we're not asking a lot. Yeah, it's 6 legs, but Thursday night we hit a 6 legs. That was very similar with the 50-yard, 40-yard, 40-yard, 40, so yeah, we're keeping it low and, slow and steady.
Nice and easy.
And, they can eat it. They can definitely both hit it. Let's talk about this last game a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to.
The last couple plays.
That's what I was going to ask you, how you feel about it, because I'm I'm on the Dolphins to bounce back and play much better than they have. I think we've gotten a little bit of a peek into the bottom for that Dolphins team, and I think going into a division rivalry
I
game
agree.
and in these conditions, there's a lot of expectation for the implosion, the dumpster fire that has been the Dolphins the last couple of weeks to continue. I think they actually bounce back pretty well here. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. I think the Bills still win this game. I just think that the Dolphins are in a really prime spot to cover, especially because the conditions could just keep the whole thing tamped down a little
Low
bit.
scored and things like that. Yeah. Right. I think at +7, you got to go. It's Dolphins or bust. It's Dolphins or like Bills in a teaser or something. You know, I mean, you can't back the Bills by more than a touchdown right now. The way they've been playing, the way the Dolphins have been playing. I mean, we talk about this in the NFL all the time. It never goes the way that you just think off the top of your head, like the first time you think about it. That's why our early picks record is so bad compared to our Sunday show and our primetime games, is because we're picking those right before the games. And you know, you give it a couple thoughts and you start realizing, like, there's no way that the Dolphins are supposed to be that bad. And 7 points. The Bills haven't been playing that great where they should be, you know. So, I think this is a huge spread for the Bills here. It's Dolphins or bust for me, or a Bills teaser. Over under still sitting 43.5. I think you locked it in at 44.5 in the early show, or was it? It might have been 43.5 still.
That was when the conditions weren't. I wasn't thinking about the weather when I put that in. So
well, that's a great point, right? That's the point I was just making. And I actually got the Vikings at -4.5, and they're -3.5 now, so that might bite me in the ass. We'll see. I forgot to mention that part. But I think the Dolphins will be able to do enough to keep it a little bit close. Real quick though, shout out to my boy T Ho from Pickin' Winners. Everybody go subscribe at Pickin' Winners as well. They're gonna stream for college football and NFL in a little bit. Chad's gonna jump on with them too, right?
Dropped the link. Yeah, I just dropped the link.
Yeah,
that's where we're going right after this.
Link is right here, so you guys should jump into that when we're done here. We're gonna finish up in a sec because I gotta get to work. But you guys can jump back on there and get some more content. Ask Chad any questions because he'll be on with them as well. So make sure you go hit subscribe over there for the gang.
A lot of college talk there too.
Definitely. We're not doing college here, so if you want some college thoughts, and I'm sure you guys are going to cover not just today's games and stuff, but you'll probably do some banter about the playoff and everything coming up. So shout out to Earl of Sandwich as well. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning to you too, and shout out to Natasha Kayleen in the chat. What up?
Gluten-free Morgan, I love it. All right, so we talked about how we feel about this particular game in terms of, like, how the game's gonna go down and how tight we think it's gonna be. But what do you have remaining on your parlay?
Yeah, there's a couple more plays here that I'm gonna give out here, but we got in this game. We can start here because I'm going to go with Singletary for over 40.5 rushing yards. If it's still 40.5, if it went higher, I'll just go 40. But 40 was a lot more juiced up, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll take the extra yard."
Okay.
So we'll see what it's at.
Give me just a second. This thing.
You're good. It glitching out on you.
Well, it's just is it weekly specials? Where the hell am I? What the hell is this? Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry, folks. This is what happens when you try to build this stuff. All right, so we got Devin Singletary for what?
His rushing total. It was at 40.5. I don't know if it moved though. I'm gonna check that first before I call it.
Let's go with that. Or let me just go to the same game parlay. I don't know why I do this all the time. So much easier to go this route. He is at 40.5 at -110.
Yeah, so we'll go that route because his 40 yards line straight up was like -140 or -130. So we'll eat the juice for an extra yard, or we'll eat the extra yard for the better juice.
For the better juice.
Yeah. So we're gonna take that, and then we're also gonna take over 35.5 in this game. So we're gonna do the alternate total. The weather scares me off the regular over at 44, but I think 35.5, 36 points from these two teams is a no-brainer. Even with the weather, doesn't matter to me. I think they're going to hit that 36 pretty easily. So,
all right,
we're going to run that. And then in the other game, we're going to go for T.J. Hawkinson for 4.5 catches over, and David Njoku for over 3.5 catches for those two games.
All right, let me go to. So
I would have added more to that, but FanDuel doesn't let you do same game parlays with the reception. So I'm going to just run that.
So this is just the regular receiving totals.
Yeah, you won't find it in same game parlay though. You can't do it.
Wait, what was the number?
You can't find it in same game parlay. You gotta go to receiving.
Okay.
Because you can't parlay them. FanDuel doesn't let you parlay the receptions.
I wasn't looking for receptions. I was looking for you're actually doing. I'm confused. So repeat. So we got
TJ
Devin
Hawkinson
Singletary.
for over 4.5 catches.
Oh, 4.5 catches. Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, that's why I was saying you can't do same game parlay. Yeah.
Oh, so this is in a different. Where
same
you?
parlay.
Oh, okay.
And then David Njoku also for his catches prop at over 3.5. You just can't same game parlay him. You can parlay him still.
Oh, okay.
That's where you were confused at, right? I just noticed what you were confused at. Yep.
Yeah, well, because it calls it all a same game parlay, regardless of what you do.
It's same game parlay plus now because it's different games. Yeah, you just can't put I can't put another Vikings Colts play or another Browns Ravens play because I'm doing a receptions prop, not the yards or whatever.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? The Bills one I can do multiple plays because I didn't take anything that's not in the same game parlay.
Understood. This is
we're getting educated up here, folks. Man. Yeah, no, I know. It's annoying that FanDuel doesn't let you do that. Bet365 lets you do whatever the fuck you want. So I love using them, but I don't want to use them for the show that much because I know not everybody has it.
Right.
I'd rather give out plays that everyone can tell. I want us all to eat. So
4 legs. Yep. 4 legs at plus 529.
Yeah, that's what I had last night too. So that one didn't move at all. Plus 529. Okay. Yep.
All right. So we got
and then
Devin Singletary over 40.5 rushing yards. The over 35.5 alternate total for that Bills Dolphins game, and then we have David Njoku at 3.5 receptions plus, and TJ Hawkinson at 4.5 plus receptions at a total of plus 529 for a 4-leg parlay. All right.
And then we got should we go for the regular touchdown one yet, or should we go for the 2 touchdowns?
Hit the 2 touchdowns ones because I already bet that one, so I'm ready to show everybody the goods that we got here because it's a thing of beauty. But let's go ahead and hit it. So we got Jonathan Taylor because I know you did a quarter on the play, the straight up parlay, and then you did a quarter on the round robin.
Robin did as well. Yeah. So this is something we're going back to the well with here. We almost cashed a couple of these all season, and I want to cash one, man. I just want to cash out on one of these, and I want it. I need it. I feel it in my bones. This one's hitting. Foster Moreau dropped like $1,000 for us a couple weeks ago on one of these 2 touchdown plays where we had 3 guys to score 2 touchdowns, and then we also round robin for at least 2 of them to score it, right?
And he literally had the touchdown in his hand.
And
it wasn't like it went through his fingers. He caught it and dropped it.
Like literally just in his chest and just let it go for a game-winning touchdown too at that. So he wasn't even hurting us. He was hurting all of Raider Nation.
Everybody.
Shout out to Raider Nation. But it was
and then Stephon Diggs is the final leg.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs, Jonathan Taylor, and Nick Chubb for 2 touchdowns each. I loved it. I love this play. I think Stephon Diggs is a lock, and I think Nick Chubb is way overdue, and Jonathan Taylor as well, way overdue to have just a huge game. You know.
So what did you have on this one last night? Because it's 19,335 right now
for the straight up one. 19 what? Sorry.
19,335.
335. Okay. Yeah. So at 0.25. So yeah, we're to be clear here, we're doing a quarter unit on that for them all 3 straight up, just in case they actually do it. We're at like a quarter unit to win what? Like, I don't know, 60 or something like that. Literally, I think it's 60.
The parlay is a quarter unit wins you 48.5 units or 48.3 units.
There you go.
And then a quarter unit each on the 3-leg on the
round robin.
The 2x3 round robins will win you 25 units if
so at least if 2 of them get it, we're up, and then if all 3, I mean, you know, if we're going into Miami and Buffalo with 2 of them hitting already, and we just got to pray for a Diggs 2 touchdowns. I mean, that is best case scenario. I would absolutely love that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
that'd be great for us. So so that's 1 unit total spent there on a little flyer. Like I said, man, we're up 16 units this week already from Thursday night. We had a great Thursday night, so why not take some shots today? It's Saturday. Let's have some fun. Tomorrow we'll be back with like some more straight plays and just more consistent profit types of plays. But we're going for it all on this one. And there's a couple in here that are like 529, 564, like a couple that are nice and easy where they can hit to and just be a bankroll builder. So like, if all else fails and only one of those like 529 one hits, we're almost up for the day anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with taking a lot of chances, a lot of opportunity to win a lot of money here. So I have one more touchdown play, just in case we've been wrong about everybody we laid out so far. This touchdown play has like all the other guys that should be considered, that were not considered for anything yet, any props really. We got Amari Cooper for a touchdown.
Wait, start with the Vikings Colts game because I'm in there first.
So Vikings Colts, we are going to go with Dalvin Cook in that one. So
all right,
in case we get him for the touchdown instead of Kirk Cousins passing him.
Which I think, based on our conspiracy theory of FanDuel props that are offered to you, Dalvin Cook seems like the one that I'm like, I don't know, because I'm seeing him pop up in a lot of these that are being offered. So
this is another quarter unit play of like.
This is one of those you got to cover all the bases, and
that's kind of what I'm doing here with this one. This one is like, all right, these guys are worth considering, and we haven't really talked about them yet, so I'm gonna. In case it goes wacky today, this is
right.
What I mean, and not like Dalvin Cook a touchdown.
No, right. It's not. There's a reason it's minus 135.
Yeah,
it's not expected like that he's going to get one.
Yeah. All right, and then for the Browns game, we're going to go with 2 in the Browns game actually.
Okay.
So this is what juices it up a little bit. But like I said, it's a quarter unit play. Look, if there's one touchdown in this Browns Ravens game in total, I will be super surprised. But we're taking some shots here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why not?
Right.
And so I'm going with Mark Andrews in this one. Reliable for Tyler Huntley there. If they get to the red zone, I think they should definitely just go to him and try, just go to the big target that can get open instead of trying to go to these receivers with Tyler Huntley, who's not the best thrower. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we're taking a step down from Lamar Jackson in that department. So, Mark Andrews and then Amari Cooper as well. So, like I said earlier, if it's not Njoku or Amari Cooper, I think Nick Chubb has 3 or something. So, but I do think Cooper could get one. It's going to be probably Cooper or Njoku, so both of those bets probably won't hit. But, like I said, we're just covering some bases here with this play.
Yep.
And then in the night game, we're going to do Jalen Waddle. He's overdue. It's been a minute since he scored, off the top of my head at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Double check.
So 4 legs plus 58-19 again.
Yeah, he hasn't scored since November 6th, so Jalen Waddle way overdue. He hasn't even had good games the past 2 weeks. 1 catch for 9 yards against the Niners, 2 catches for 31 against the Chargers. I'm banking on him being in the ear of the coaching staff. Like, give me the rock.
Right.
I'm special. Let me do my thing and get him back into the end zone.
And in these conditions, if it's, windy and kind of icy, wet, snowy, whatever kind of gross conditions that you don't want to be in, hitting him on a little slant that he houses, somebody slips and falls or something like that, it's very easy. This could come from anywhere on the field.
Yep.
And he hasn't been, it's not like he hasn't been part of the red zone offense too. So a quarter unit there gets you 14.5 units if it hits.
Yeah, quarter unit. Yep. And real quick, while we have some extra people here listening, we are heading over to the Pickin' Winners YouTube after this. When we wrap up in a couple minutes here, I got to start work. So everybody jump over to Pickin' Winners. So go type in Pickin' Winners. The link is also in the chat right here. If you want to just click over, go ahead, subscribe there. They're going to be going live. Chad's going to jump on with them. They're going to talk college football and NFL. So make sure you're tuning in there as well. If you want to continue the football talk, we're going to wrap up here in a second. What's the odds on that last one though? What was it?
Well, a quarter unit wins you 14.5. Yeah.
It wins you 14.5. So
it was like 58, 59 something. We can go back and pull it up on the thing. Because I don't want to.
Oh yeah. I'll go back. Yeah. In the
waste
video.
Everybody's time rebuilding.
No, you're good. You're good.
Screen. Yeah.
For sure. The last play I have is just a teaser. So the only thing involved for today is this Vikings Colts game, and then we're just gonna see if we can have our teaser run us into tomorrow, and then we don't have to play a teaser tomorrow. I would just let that ride out as the teaser of the week.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with the over in this game, but we're gonna tease it like I mentioned.
Okay. Over in the Vikings Colts game.
Yep. And then we're gonna go with the Texans spread.
All right. Yep.
For them to cover.
I like it.
We're going to tease it up a little bit, but I think at 14 it's perfectly fine. Like we're going to talk about it tomorrow. It's way too big of a spread for the Chiefs.
I already like Houston to cover that 14 and a half as
so
it
no
is.
problem teasing it up just a little bit, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Oh wait, I just hold on. Actually, I didn't do this through a traditional teaser. I went to the alternates. So restart. My bad. That's on me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do a teaser. I
didn't just do a teaser. You just made your own.
Yeah.
You're
So
gonna
my
make
bad.
this
So,
hella complicated on me.
yeah,
All
my
right.
bad, dude.
You
So
suck.
the Colts Vikings game is going to be over 41.5 total points, actually.
41.5.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Don't ever go into business with somebody named AG. This is what they do to you.
What, make you money?
Hey, all right, all right.
My bad,
I'm
dude. My bad. I'm
joking.
sorry.
I'm joking. All right, so where we going? Texans.
Texans are going to be, we're going to get them over that extra field goal. So we're going to get them at plus 17.5 here.
All right.
Just in case, just in case.
Make sure I got the right team here. Texans. Yep. All right. Plus 17.5. You said.
Yep.
All right.
Then we're gonna go with the Eagles at the Bears. And if you guys joined us late, there's a description. I didn't add the description yet, but I'll add it as soon as we get off here. With the damn, I forgot to do that. I just realized. But at MOO_sports,
Yes.
I'm gonna post all these picks, screenshots of them, so it's nice and easy for you, especially if you joined late, you didn't hear all the picks. So go follow us there, or at least just check in. You don't have to follow if you don't want to. If you don't like free money, I totally get it. I don't really get it, but I get you. I'm not going to judge you. So, yeah. All right, let's get into the next game. Yeah, Eagles, Bears, we're going to go over 44.5. But, yeah, if you go check that out in about 10 minutes, I'll post all of these for you guys as soon as we get off here at
over
MOO_sports. MOO_sports on Twitter. Over 44.5.
44.5. Okay, my bad.
You're good.
All right.
And then we're going to the Cowboys, Jags. Shout out to my boy Mike from ZMT Sports. Shout out to ZMT Sports podcast as well. He jumped on the show on our channel. We have the show live. So if you guys want to check that out for tomorrow, we've got a couple games for tomorrow. The Lions, Jets, Cowboys, Jags, as well as the Patriots, Raiders. We talked about this being a good teaser over here in this game between the Cowboys and Jags because I think it's set at 48.5. We're going to go with over 43.5. So take it down just a notch.
That spread is weird on that game. Like, how is it only 4.5?
Yeah,
I know they're playing.
I feel like the Cowboys are due for just like a letdown game, And
they had it last week. They almost lost.
Yeah, but they won. They still pulled it off. Like I think this could be a letdown.
Right.
Potentially. Right. I mean, I'm not going to back the Jags 2 weeks in a row. We hit on them last week, money line over the Titans. That was a great call. And there's no way I'm backing the Jags twice in a row, though. So I'm going to stay off it. But I think there's a chance is all I'm saying. Right. And then in the Broncos-Cardinals game, we got two backup quarterbacks pretty much in this game here. So we're going to tease the over-under.
I was going to say, this is like the when the king is like, off with their head. That's what the NFL is right now. Everybody's losing their heads. Like there's like 8 teams with like their third backup quarterback. Yeah, it's insane. That's how it is.
But yeah, so we're gonna bring the number up a little bit and then take the under. So we're gonna go under 43.5 on that one.
Oh shit! I hit alternate spread. All right, so we're doing under how many?
1 sec. Fuck, my bad. Under 43.5. So we're getting it up over that key, like 42 points. But I don't think they even get that high anyway. But I'm playing it a little safer here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right.
That brought us to 571 last night.
Yep, that's where we are.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put 1 unit on that as well. So as long as we get through today, we're riding into tomorrow pretty, and then we have something to ride out from today to tomorrow. So I think that'll be fun as long as we get that over today in the first game here.
All right.
That's all I got.
That's all you got? Yeah, that's all I got.
So we're risking a total of 6 units. Grand total 6 units.
The only thing I did do something for today. If people want to play with this, because I have a little bit of a different feeling on these games for today than I think you do. Let me pull it up here because I have it in my in my FanDuel account here. So I just want to make sure I have the thing set up right. They're opening up, man. Get to work. Get to work. I heard him call. I heard him call it out.
I got to bounce.
Yeah, no worries. All right, just tell the people as they come in that if they had been tuned in, they would have been able to do this shit too.
Oh yeah. I charge them around here because they don't appreciate my free picks.
You should charge them. All right, so my little parlay is I got the Colts plus this 3.5.
Okay.
I got the Ravens plus the 2.5, and then I got the Bills money line. I did that because I think that the Dolphins can cover that game. I don't think they're going to win, but I don't feel great about them covering. So I'd rather just go Bills money line, make it part of a parlay, so I'm not eating all that juice.
Eating all of it, yeah.
And so that's at plus 392. I got it this morning at plus 387, but that's just one. That's one that I'm looking at. I think that those games are really close. I could see the Colts upsetting the Vikings. I doubt it happens, but I think that's going to be a close game. And I actually like the Ravens in this spot. I do think Cleveland playing in the spot that they're playing in at home in the dog pound and everything, it could get interesting, and they could actually run away with that one. So, but I like the Ravens to keep it close at the very least. So I think Cleveland could win that game, probably should win that game, but I don't like that spread. And like I said, Bills money line. So that's what I got. That's what I got on top of everything that we've done. So if anybody feels that, as opposed to some of the other stuff we've done, we're going to let AG get back to work.
I don't hate that play at all. I don't hate that play at all. So that's definitely a good call. I think that Browns-Ravens game is a bit of a toss-up. So I'm rooting for the Browns money line there, obviously. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they win by 2 to cover both of those. Right. You know what I mean? Because I got the Browns money line in that one parlay here. Real quick, everybody, that's pick and winners link again?
Yep, I just posted the chat. We're going straight over there after this. Tyler and Connor are getting ready to get it done.
Chad froze out on me. 1 second. Oh, there you go. All right. You froze up on me at the very last second, of course, when we're ending it up. And go follow at @moo_sports. I'm going to go add that in the description real quick, so you guys can click the link right over, or just go get us. I'm going to post all the plays in case you missed any of them if you got here late or whatever the case is, or you couldn't keep up as we went. Other than that, we out. I'm about to get to work. Just finished work. I'm about to get back to work. Let's go.
I dropped the Twitter link in the thing, so just copy that from the chat and go over. That's where we're going.
Sounds good.
For the Twitter link. All right,
y'all. All right, everybody. Peace. Happy betting. Best of luck. Yeah. Let's cash out today, baby. Peace.
Have a great day. Peace.